That's when you know your girl is ready. If you feel it and you can feel it, if it's throbbing, it's on.
Yeah, that's why you always eat it first. That's why you gotta get a girl in the mood. Like that's why I never
know that. Why you looking like that?
That's why I never understood dudes who don't like eating pussy. Because to me, it's like once I eat her, she's gonna do anything. Like it's always like
what?
Well, just anything. No, she gotta be.
I just need you
to
eat your butt
on that eye roll on anything.
No, not anything. But like, you know, times where it's like, no, we shouldn't fuck, but yeah, you can eat my okay, and then like it's like, okay, dog, put it in, dog, like, you know, because if you're doing it right, you know, like you
I
know,
can see that happen.
You know, because like y'all try to be, you think you could be slick like dudes, where it's like, oh, you should get your and like be out. Like we get our sucked, that we don't gotta return the favor. Like y'all, it's like we eat your you're gonna want to take it to the next level.
If you make her come though,
you still do that?
What, like just get head and dip?
Yeah.
I can't speak to that because I always take care of my women. I'm a gentleman, so
I'm not gonna lie.
Speak to that, you know. Oh, you've had a dude, you just eat your box and just be out? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because you seem like you get princess treatment. Like dudes would just be waiting like hand and foot. Like, please, Miss Jada, let me eat that thing.
No.
From the back.
Please, Miss Jada.
From the back.
Miss Jada, I need to change my name to Miss Jada. Yeah. That was good. But no, like, I think never mind. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
No, I want to hear.
What's next?
I want to hear.
Because it's like sometimes you just want to get it over with. Like, I'll or just eat it so that if you make me come before you come,
right.
I don't know what's gonna happen for you.
Oh, you're clocking out. You're putting the bonnet on. You're done for the night. Okay.
Like,
so you're greedy. That's up. That's messed up.
I don't know if we're gonna make it now. Like,
no,
don't be
women cannot. If you pussy, like I've been with women where literally they nut in like 60 seconds from eating pussy. Like it's like if you know what the you know, especially if you're because women are so much. You have to mentally be there. So especially if you like a guy and he's eating it right. Like
you just know how to stay there. You ever had a girl tell you stay there?
Yeah. I'm not gonna go. So I'm going extra like I'm gonna go
stay there.
Yeah, exactly. I know I hit the spots. You know.
He knows how to stay there.
Erect clip. I actually had a girl though. One of my ex girlfriends. She got she got the surgery thing where they chop off the extra meat. Like so, it's like her pussy's like really like because she had a little meaty curtains a little bit. Yeah. She had a like a nick, you know. So she shaved off the wing. No, she's Mexican.
Oh my god.
So she shaved off her the flat. You know, so now she was a very tiny, like pretty pussy. You know. She had the roast beef. I was like, do they like it?
I'm trying to think of the word.
The curtains, the beef curtains.
The roast.
Yeah. Well, because she's I don't know.
Did you see the before and after?
Yeah, I told her. I used to smash her before.
Because she's a mom.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take that back. Sorry.
There is no curtains over my. I have windows with not even curtain rods.
Okay, sorry.
We're not even gonna say that.
Oh my god!
You a mom?
You gave vaginal birth.
Came out real quick and smooth.
Well, that doesn't have anything to do with being a mom.
I know.
People just have different pussies.
Yes.
And it snapped back better than ever after that. It's just like
I've seen a chart before. Like, what pussy do you have? It was so many different pussies.
But don't they say coochie is better after people have kids sometimes?
I mean,
is it?
Maybe the way it feels.
Lady.
But I don't know. I just saw.
No, hold on. I'm not even trying to shade you. Sorry.
I mean,
I'm not.
I mean, I'm of an age where pretty much every woman I hook up with is a mom usually. So they usually have good pussy. So I guess so. Good. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jacob.
Yes.
We know you as an actor / comedian. You're out there. You're telling jokes. You're having fun with our Black community. We know.
Why you saying like that? Sounded crazy the way you said it.
We know you when we love you.
Oh my god!
Go on.
But you also did mention the fact that you are in politics. You are a political activist.
Yeah.
So, what is it like for you? Like, what's the contrast?
Well, you know, obviously, like I'm an actor, TV film. I do comedy, drama, but I've always been very motivated by social justice issues. Before I was an actor, like I mentioned, I used to be a social worker. So I was always raised with very just much social work values about learning about empathy and learning about my white privilege and things of that nature. So I've always been motivated by those types of things. And then when I had a platform, I wanted to sort of use that platform in a positive way. So most recently, it's been about what's going on with Palestine and Israel and stuff. I've been very much on the forefront of that. I'm probably one of the most outspoken, like American, Jewish, not even American, just creators, because other comedy creators really aren't stepping in and stuff. And I'm not going to get at them about that. I get everyone's journey is on their own. But yeah, it's been a tough road. Obviously, it creates problems in certain situations because, you not everyone agrees, and it's been tough because, family and friends and people, because I am Jewish and I stand up for the Palestinian people in this current conflict situation because it's a lot bigger than just that. Aside from I don't want to see American tax dollars go to fund a genocide of people in the name of Judaism. It's also about colonialism. It's about it's interconnected struggles. It's all about it's bigger than just what's going on. That's why it's become a rally cry for the world. And I try to use my platform. I mean, during summer of Black Lives Matter 2020, I was making content. White people were like, "Oh, you're a sellout. You think you're black. You want their approval so bad." I'm like, whatever. I hear that. Now I hear the same thing from Jewish people, like, "Oh, you want to be Palestinian so bad, this, that, you're a sellout to Jews. You're a capo, like every word in the book." But
going hard.
I've been on the internet for a long time, so I have pretty thick skin. Like, I don't really get bothered by it because at the end of the day, I know in my heart what I'm doing is right.
That's good for you.
Mm-hmm.
This is part of a larger awakening. Like, Jill Scott Heron famously said the revolution will not be televised. That's not talking about, that's not on TV, social media. That's a reference to the mind that the revolution starts in here, and we all have to think radically different of how things are. Because if you look around, like, Americans are suffering. Like it is tough. Like, we're blessed that we're in the position we are right now, but the average person is not doing well. They can't afford rent. Food, I went to McDonald's or whatever. It's like $15, $20. No, I'm sorry. I didn't go to McDonald's because we boycott McDonald's.
Oh, we are.
But I just saying things are expensive and we're sending billions of our dollars to other countries to do war. Ukraine, we're fighting a proxy war basically with Russia. Like, it's really not about Ukraine. It's about America fighting Russia. And I just, and in Israel, they get free education, free healthcare, while we don't get any of that. Yeah. And I'm just tired of it. And that's why I speak so loudly. And I'm very active in the streets. I don't just do online. I pretty much go to rallies every week here in the city, an organization called Wool Palestine. And it just offends me greatly because my grandfather was a very famous rabbi, and he was actually head of one of the leaders of the post-Zionist movement, which I'm not going to get into the whole thing. But he also marched with Dr. King and civil rights. So, like, I know in my heart what I'm doing is right. Like, because I read he has a book. Like, I read his book, and, like, everything he says I agree with. I'm like, I know what I'm doing is right in my heart, and I know history will, look kindly on me and not so kindly on the people who stood by and said nothing.
I always knew I loved you, but I love you even more.
Jacob, so we saw a comment online that says, "You are who Michael Rapaport wants to be." How do you feel about that comment?
Well, funny enough, me and Mike actually used to be friends before sort of all this sort of happened. Like, back when I went viral 2017, we hung out, and I've been to some of his shows, and I consider him a friend. Like, he was super nice. Not at all like the personality he presents online. But then when obviously everything unfolded in Palestine and stuff, he sort of took the reign of being this number one spokesperson for Zionism and Israel. And I think when people say that, it's not talking about like how because we look a lot alike. It's not about necessarily this issue. It's really more about, I think, the acceptance from oppressed community, because he always presented himself as this guy like, "Oh, fuck Donald Trump. I'm the cool white guy who hangs out with black people and stuff." And I made the Tribe Called Quest documentary and all this sort of stuff. And this whole episode has kind of exposed him for all the white supremacist stuff that he feels, that he actually has in his heart, that it was really just cap all the things he was saying. So I think that's at the core of what that comment is about, is because, it's so funny to me. Like, it's such a weird thing to say, but I'm very judgmental of other white people who come into the Black and Latino spaces as a white. It's a crazy thing to say.
No, but the real.
No, it's a crazy. I'm very good at sussing out like who's faking the funk or who's like using hip hop or black people as a sort of cuckold to or
social gain.
Yeah, like just like they're not about the culture, So he's someone who I think, and I think that what that comment is referring to is like he's someone who he even said he's gonna go vote for Trump or something like that, like and like. That's just crazy to me. So I think that's basically kind of the gist of that comment.
Do you feel like he has the same connection in this, in politics?
Well, he never did really before. He had the Trump stuff, but now, he's just kind of going off at the mouth. Like, he's so invested. His ego is just way too deep in it. But he literally preaches like genocidal stuff all the time. I had to block him because it just makes me disgusted. Like, that's the thing. That's why we've been doing this whole block party thing, like just blocking people to keep their energy out. Because I don't even want to give his videos energy. Because there's no point in debating people who ignore what reality is and stuff. Because and that's the thing. As a Jewish person, like, I was raised to believe like we're the chosen people, like God chose us, and like just that statement inherently in and of itself screams white power. It screams white supremacy. Like the fact that like we feel like we're better than everyone else and stuff like that. Like, I'm not cool with that. So like, that's why I speak out and and that sort of thing. So fuck Michael Rapaport.
That part. And I feel the same way too. If you don't fuck with him, I don't know.
Right,
Listen,
right,
if I see his
yeah.
ass on the street,
What would you?
Oh no, it's on site. If I see it, it's on site. It's on site.
taking my shoe off.
He likes to pop. That's what the thing. We like all these rallies, and the people like to pop off like they're tough, but then when they pull up, they're also standing behind the police, like all scared, like rah rah, yeah. Like shut up, come over here. I'll slap the dog shit out of you.
Ghetto.
My question is like, so I mean, I guess like this is just I guess kind of like an open-ended question that may not really have a solid answer right now because when you really think about the history of people in general, genocides have been happening.
Right.
I honestly don't ever see them stopping, right? But if there was a way to stop genocides, what would that be?
Well, for starters, I mean, with this current situation, obviously, Israel would not be able to continue on without the support of America. Point blank, period. We send them billions of dollars. We send them all the weapons that they're dropping. You know, they just dropped on Rafah. So if America were to suddenly stop sending that support or putting, like, say, we're not sending, then Israel will pull back. It would literally end tomorrow. Like, no, historically speaking, you look at Rome, at Egypt, at anything. 250 years is the sweet spot. It's not going to be like, boom, suddenly it's all over. Yeah. But it's going to be the decline of stuff. You know, we're not going to be the same world power we once was. We need to stop being the world's cop, police officer. We have to stop being the world's Karen, being all up in people's business. You know,
the world's
We
Karen.
are the world's Karen.
Yeah, we're the world's Karen.
Let's all just be in Jamaica.
What?
In Montego Bay.
We really do appreciate your thoughts on this
Thank you.
political activism.
I appreciate you asking me because a lot of people would be scared to honestly ask about it. So.
No, we want we want to get all the layers.
Gang. Oh yeah, I'm a very thick onion. I got a lot of layers to peel back. You know.
We appreciate it.
Yes.
So we're gonna switch gears a little bit right now.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
We want to know: are you single?
Yes, I'm single. I'm married to the streets. I guess that's
That was a good one.
I'm single. You know.
How long have you been single?
Right now, my last relationship was probably like 2 years ago. Like as far as like consider like where it's like my real girlfriend, you know,
A real girl.
What was that? We need to know.
Well, she lived in Texas, so it was kind of hard to have that relationship.
Oh,
like
long
it was long
distance.
distance. You know, a lot of girls. It's so weird to me. Like the girls I end up hooking up with, so many of them, they never live in New York. It's always some other state
That's
I gotta fly
suspicious.
to.
Yeah, that's great.
Like no, it sucks. I want to be. Sometimes I want to be able to just go down the road. I don't want to fly out to Miami. Like
So you can't
I'm
find nobody in
tired.
New
Like you
York.
know,
you gotta move.
I don't know. I just have no. Maybe I don't put myself out there in New York in the dating scene, but I just, like I said, most of the women I hook up with the last few years have been women I meet in the field. Like I'm working, or like I collab with a girl and she falls in love with me. Like you know, because I'm very charming, as Jada knows. You know?
He's honestly, no, I really love you. So you know, I'm so glad I didn't.
Yeah.
So
What's that? Hey, damn! I missed my shot, chat. Damn.
No, because like if we did something and like they're like surprise, surprise, Jacob's here and me and him hooked up, and I'm like, this is awkward.
Oh, thank God that baby wasn't light skinned. It wasn't calling.
He is light. That's the crazy part. Everybody's like, you sure? Is he Nigerian? Go ahead.
okay. So 2 years ago, was that the last time that you've almost like considered like real serious commitment?
Well,
like, and I mean like marriage wise.
No, I don't see myself ever getting married. Honestly, you need to. The thing is, you're asking these questions to someone who lives a very unconventional life. So me personally, I'm a poly. I believe in just being friends with a lot of people, dating. Like I could love a lot of women at once. I got a lot of love to give. I also date a lot of women. The last few women I've dated have worked in the adult industry. So like that's something that most guys would not be able to handle. Like that my girlfriend goes to get fucked by some other dude for a video and then we're, kissing and making out the neck. That's not for everyone, So like these questions are not, I'm not the traditional man. I'm not going to have traditional answers for you. Like quite honestly, like,
Do you think, sorry, real
Wait,
quick.
so did she work the last relationship? Was she in the adult industry?
Yeah. She did OnlyFans and stuff, like all that.
How long did you date?
Probably for like 6 months or so, like something like that. We met. She actually paid me for a collaboration, so I actually got paid to smash. So it was great. No, I didn't smash right away. Like we took a vacation together, like because we got hot and heavy quick. Like let's take a vacation. I'm like, all right, bet we going to Mexico. Like literally, like we got because I could tell she wanted to get down, and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's very unconventional.
I can tell she wanted to get
That's
down.
the best.
Well, you know how we all women be. Like y'all be falling for us, and like you want to give it up, but you're like, I don't want him to think I'm a hoe. Like I'm not gonna give him the pussy the first night. Like
Not these days.
he's gonna respect me more. Like like no, I'll respect you more. Like I want women to enjoy sex as much as a man does. Like that's me. Like personally, I don't care about body counts. As long as you got a clean bill of health, that's all I care about. I don't care about who you've been with. As As long as you make me happy and we make each other happy, I don't care what anyone thinks.
That's the
I think
Capricorn
that's
answer.
cool.
Yeah, big Cap energy.
I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Very much a Cap answer.
That's a double entendre right there. No, that is no cap. That is true.
Yeah,
That
they're
is true.
opposites of us. We're Scorpio and Cap,
yeah,
but we're here.
right,
we're in the
right.
right mind. I mean,
So relationship.
Scorpio placement, actually.
well, that placemat has food
Yeah.
crumbs all over it.
So yeah, and it's just as an entertainer,
off.
it's very hard to maintain a traditional relationship. Just because I don't know. I just hoes are way more fun. Like I say hoes respectfully, by the way. I'm talking about like girls who work in the adult
They
industry.
said hoes first.
They refer themselves as like I just can't be with a. I remember one time back when I lived in LA, I hooked up with this girl like after I'd been with a porn chick, and she was more vanilla, whatever. And after we like hooked, like she was a normal person, like a normal civilian, And afterwards, she's like kind of sitting there after we had sex. I'm like, she's like,
You never go back.
She's like, why'd you spit in my face and like call me a bitch? I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I just the last girl, like she liked that. I'm sorry. Like that, like I didn't know, like she like.
Not the last girl. Did you say that?
What? No, but she liked this last girl. The girl before that, she like getting spit on, all that kind of crazy stuff. That you freaky girls be into. No, but it's just funny going from a freak to a vanilla, girl. It was funny,
That didn't last long.
Yeah, no. Well, it's funny because I don't think I nutted the first time, and then the second time, like I went over like a few days later, and we had she's like, I knew you needed to nut because I knew you would probably never talk to me again. Like if you didn't come, and I never talked to her again after. Holla. Nah, I'm joking. I talked to her again, but I never.
Holla.
Nah. I'm
So
joking.
you prefer hoes? That's okay.
Nah. I'm joking.
You like good girls too, or just hoes?
Yeah, I like good. Well, I just need girls that can activate and be on my wavelength. That obviously, like I work in the entertainment industry, so I need a woman who understands. Like I might have to cancel dinner plans. I might have to do this. I got to run around. I got to scramble. I got to make it happen. And also one that's not going to be jealous because like
You're always gonna have.
That's
multiple
actually the funny thing that broke us up was because a lot of people don't know this. I was actually going to start doing OnlyFans like before I lost my page back then.
Mhm.
And she was like, I don't want you doing OnlyFans. I'm like, why? She's like, because you're gonna have sex with these girls and they're gonna fall in love with you like I did, and like you're gonna wine and dine them. You're gonna forget all about me. I'm like, girl, you literally just came from a shoot where you're getting dicked down by a 12-inch cock. Like, and I'm not judging you, and you don't want me to what? You are bugging. So like I was like, this is not gonna work.
You are bugged.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
She was getting some big D.
Yeah.
Was the vagina still good?
Yeah. Well, to me, honestly, when a vagina is accepting and warming, it's gonna suck that thing in like a vacuum, like that.
It has the suction.
That's why when dudes talk about like, oh, I like tight pussy, tight. Like,
It's
no,
just
brother,
the
that
suction.
girl is not comfortable with you. Her pussy is tight because she is clenching up because she's like, I'm not feeling this dude. Like, when
has to be
a girl
inviting.
feels you, it opens up. Especially like the mom puss, like because it's
The mom puss.
Yeah, that MILF puss.
In my 30 days.
Yeah,
After this.
exactly. So.
Wait,
I forgot what we were talking about.
Was the,
don't know
wait, was the
either.
girl that
I got
got the pussy job done?
Yeah, that was her. Yeah,
That was the ex?
Yeah, it was one of it. It looked nice. It looked nice afterwards.
Do you feel like traditional relationships are like on their way out?
I mean, absolutely. Well, I'm not a traditional man, so it's hard for me to like sort of generalize across the board. But I mean, look at how it is nowadays. The internet, it's just you have so many options. Like I've never been into the dating apps, but I imagine it's like gambling almost. Like it feels just like you're swiping. It becomes addictive. Like there's just too many options. I mean, back in the day, you had maybe one boyfriend, girlfriend, and like that was because there wasn't a lot of options. But now, we in a relationship. I got this girl from high school DMing me like, "Hey, what's up? You
How you
looking
been?"
good?" Like that. There's so many ways to cheat,
And necessity. Like I feel like back then people needed more. They worked together as a family. They had more children based off of like taking care of land or taking care of household things or I think things are just not as.
And I think our generation too. I think we've kind of gotten to a place where we expect our partners to be perfection, and that's not really what relationships are. Like any relationship is never going to be perfect. Like we all love the honeymoon period of a relationship. It's the best thing in the world. It's head over heels. But then, okay, how does it work once you get a little choppy and stuff? That's when you test the merit of a relationship.
Absolutely.
So that's why I'm like, at the end of the day, if you're gonna start causing me more stress than satisfaction and relief, then like that relationship is not worth it, you know?
Yeah, it's not the same.
And I'm on the internet, I got hoes, baby. I got hoes. No,
Right.
I'm just playing.
What's really not fair is that
Right,
women
right.
are still held to not, like, we can't never be like, I got hoes, I got niggas. Like,
Yeah,
that's
you
not
can.
fair.
Well, that's why you gotta hang with the hoes I know. They'd be like, yeah, I got
The hoes I know.
You know, I would say really the most important thing in a relationship is trust. At the end of the day, like if you don't trust your partner, then it's not gonna go far. Like I've never been the type that I want to be all up in my girl's phone, checking it, see who she's messaging, this, that, and the third. And I think that's a big problem. A lot of men that I talk to have a lot of jealousy issues. Me personally, like I said, I'm not pressed if I'm out at the club with my girl or out and she's dancing around with her girls and maybe a dude like grinds up on her. Like she's coming home with me at the end of the night. Like I'm not pressed about that. So dudes need to learn how to be more more confident, and because also I'm speaking from I'm 39, so I've experienced a lot more. Like so I'm not with the bullshit. Like let the bullshit go. Like once you used to get to a certain age where you realize a lot of the shit you cared about in your 20s, like in early 30s in dating, like it doesn't even fucking matter, a lot of this shit. So just learn how to trust your partner. If you can't trust them, then you gotta let it be and just let it be a situationship or whatever, you know, don't catch feelings.
Who do you think polices monogamy more, men or women?
I mean, I would probably say men, just because like, you know, there's such this sort of like importance put on women's like sort of pureness and everything like that, and not being out there and stuff like that. I think, you know, men as a whole have persecuted women for doing things. I mean, look at like the Salem witch trials. Like we literally drowned women because like, although that'd be great, that'd be a good way to get rid of your ex. Like now I'm thinking about it, like this bitch a witch, y'all. Like burn her, like you know, like
Scarlet letter.
Yeah, like that. I'm about to do that skit next week. I think like it must be.
You just getting mad ideas.
Yeah. Nah, but yeah,
I mean, they make it
think
look
men
like
police
women.
it more just because they have a certain concept overall of what women should be and how they should act, and like I just think I just hate that sort of model of things. Like I like a boss chick. I like a girl who isn't on top of me all the time, who has her own life, has her own friends, isn't under my shit 24/7. Like, you know, that's why I like women who have their own goals too, and like aren't just all. Obviously, I like when you worship me and stuff like that. I like, you know, beat on my beck and call, but I like a woman who's goal driven too and career driven and has her own shit she wants to do, and like we just complement each other. We make each other better by being together. You know.
Right.
I do agree with you about what men's viewpoint on women should be, but then that doesn't really stop them from going out and doing their own thing.
Well, you know, it's good for me, not good for thee. The age old, because you know, men. I mean, it's the age old thing. Like men, like when we cheat, like it's really just about getting the poison out. It's not about like it could be. I could be dating a 10 like you, but I'm out with a fucking 3, like just to get the nut out, like you know, just to get squeeze the poison out, you know.
And I know it's a mistake.
But when women cheat, y'all, it's emotional for y'all. It's like it's not even like
That's what y'all say.
You know, oh, sometimes you're just trying to catch something.
I
on the
mean,
side,
hey,
like,
when women say things,
hysteria.
obviously,
oh, okay.
you know,
I just
we
feel
need
like
a man to tell us how we feel too.
right.
I
know,
think
like
that,
to
like,
mansplain you things.
I think men police monogamy more, but I find it reasonable if it's because typically men are taking on the burden of providing.